The Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race.
No, it's about
a different race. But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's about.
But it's about white supremacy.
It's not about
ideal race.
But these are two white groups of people.
The View's Whoopi Goldberg back in January claiming the Holocaust and the slaughter of the Jews was not about race because the Nazis and Jewish people are both white groups. That statement was just wrong and anti-Semitic, but I didn't join others calling for Whoopi Goldberg to be fired. I said Whoopi has the right to say bat guano crazy and hateful things. Why do I say that? Because I'm an American who believes in free speech. Kanye West is now banned from Twitter by Elon Musk for defending Hitler and making disgusting and reprehensible anti-Semitic remarks. Every bit as disgusting as Ilhan Omar's anti-Semitism. Kanye West's deal to buy Parler, by the way, the free speech social media platform, that fell through as a result of his recent comments. Let's bring in our panel, former Nevada State GOP chairwoman and Newsmax contributor Amy Tarkanian, also Newsmax columnist and branding advisor and author of Intra-Branding, the Keystone of Corporate Agility, Marc Rudov. Welcome to you both. Question. Twitter is a private company, and if they don't want to be associated with Jew haters, they should be able to kick them off. On the other hand, known Jew haters like the Ayatollah and the Squad, they're still on Twitter. And what about the American value of free speech, letting people say nutty and atrocious things, and then everybody else being able to have the free speech to condemn that? Amy, you first.
Sure, and this is a tough one to swallow, but you either agree with free speech or you don't. However, I think that there are certain circumstances where you really have to be concerned about the repercussions of your words. Now, yes, you are free to say stupid things. You're free to say disgusting things, but there are repercussions. And in this case, you have somebody who's extremely high profile, who's known internationally, and it can actually cause harm, physical harm to people. The fact that he is spewing anti-Semitic rhetoric, it actually can cause other people, and I know you can't always control other people and their behavior, but we know in human nature, they're going to follow certain leaders in our world, and it may spiral out of control, and then you may see some attacks that could have been, it may not have happened at all if we didn't have somebody like this talking like this.
Well, Marc, how do you see this?
Well, I don't disagree with Amy. I think that Elon Musk has the right to do whatever he wants with his platform, but I'll tell you who should have censored Kanye West, and that was Donald Trump. He never should have met with him. 2,500 years ago, the Greek philosopher Aesop said, you judge a man by the company he keeps. And now the world is judging Trump unfairly as an anti-Semite because he associated with two anti-Semites. And Trump should have known better because Kanye West was spewing this crap days and weeks before he met with him at Mar-a-Lago. So it was a huge faux pas, a huge unforced error to meet with him. And now he's paying the repercussions for it. And I'll tell you what, this thing would have blown over by now had Trump just walked up to a camera and explained the situation, explained that he had been ambushed and punked by two punks, and apologize for allowing it to happen and to banish Kanye West from his site. The thing is when Trump...
Let's just. I have another question because you took me right where I wanted to go on this, Marc. This is the question for both of you, and it's regarding West's recent dinner with the former president. Conservative. I wouldn't even call him a conservative. This guy Milo Yiannopoulos says he set up Trump. He literally said he set Trump up intentionally for a dinner with West and Nick Fuentes. He told NBC that he wanted to send a message to President Trump that he shouldn't ignore his biggest supporters. The criticism about Trump is that he doesn't have the most, how do we say this, detail-oriented people surrounding him. How much of the blowback is it fair for Trump to endure on this? Marc, I'm going to go with you first.
Well, I think it's 100% Trump's fault. When Trump declared his candidacy on November 15th, he did not put himself in candidate mode. Who's his campaign manager? Who's his press secretary? We don't know because he doesn't have one. He didn't really take it seriously, and I think he suffers from premature declaration. He never should have announced that. He's not ready for it. If he had a real campaign staff there, they would have said, no way are we letting. And the other thing is, where was the Secret Service? When Nick Fuentes walked into Mar-a-Lago, why didn't they say, excuse me, let me look you up. Nick Fuentes, white supremacist Jew hater. Sure, walk right in. I don't understand how that happened. This whole thing is so
I'm quickly running out of time. I only got 60 seconds left, Mark, and I want to get Amy to jump in here. Amy, how much of this it falls into Trump's lap as far as blame is concerned?
Sure. Well, he's correct. It's guilt by association. And unfortunately, he has been his own worst enemy by already attacking Governor Glenn Youngkin and saying his last name sounded Chinese. And then you go into Governor Ron DeSantis and he calls him Ron DeSanctimonious. He's shooting himself in the foot. So now when you have situations like this, it's just going to pile and it's going to send him into a downward spiral to where he's irrelevant. And that's what the majority of the Democrats, along with moderates, want to see happen. They want him to disappear. And he's shooting himself in the foot.
Yeah, and you know what? We got to put things in proper perspective. I mean, he may have sat down with a couple of anti-Semites or people that are spewing anti-Semitic rhetoric, but Democrats have actually been on record saying anti-Semitic things, and the Democrats won't even handle their own, and they want to condemn Donald Trump. I mean, pox on their houses all, I guess.
And Chris, I apologize for my dog barking. Yeah, I apologize for my dog barking. Apparently, he's for free speech as well. So
may I say something else?
That's good. Actually, guys, I got to scoot. I'm just plumb out of time. Thank you very much. Appreciate the time. Amy Tarkanian and Marc Rudolph.